Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 22nd. Definitely check out astrojar.com this week for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what comes up for you this week. Definitely, let's see. You start off with the Ace of Clubs, my favorite card in the deck. Can represent more money coming in, definitely more prosperity and abundance coming to you at this time. Thinking of new ways to make money. I would definitely say it seems to be it seems to be some sort of like idea week, to say the least. Everybody's been getting like all these clubs cards this week, which again represents ideas and things like that, and thoughts. This card can also represent things that you have to sign, documents, and paperwork. Definitely be careful of paperwork this week. You have the Three of Spades. To me, threes can represent mistakes on paperwork, and you don't have the Three of Diamonds, which, like, the Three of Diamonds is probably the worst card you get for paperwork and filling out paperwork, but Three of Spades is pretty close and, can represent needing to double check your paperwork, so make sure to do that. But this is a great card for taking advantage of your ideas. Next, you have the Three of Spades, like I said, so be careful of paperwork. Also a card that says be careful of your health. Be careful of your back, mostly, but be careful of your health in general. If you're working extra hard this week, if you're putting extra work into something, definitely take some time to take some time for yourself as well. It can say that you're putting in too much work, or you could get sick or something like that by not focusing on your health. Next, you have the Six of Diamonds. Six of Diamonds is a card of needing to put work into things again at the same time, but I think there needs to be a balance this week. But it is a card of, as I say, planting seeds, having a bunch of ideas about how to make money, even how to make more money, maybe even ideas that you've never thought of before, and needing to put those ideas into practice so that you can make more money. It can even be a card of getting a loan, like getting some sort of loan or some sort of money from a friend or something to start a business. I would say be careful of that, but like I said, this card normally turns out for the best. It's a card of creativity and luck and abundance and things. And you have that Ace of Clubs, so if you do get some sort of working capital from somebody or something, like a loan or something, it could be a very good week for you to look to do that. It is a card that says, if you are going to do something, you need to go at it hard. So again, I think the trick with this card is to pre-plan. Like if you are going to start a new business, it's a card that says, okay, come up with a plan, come up with even like a daily routine, and really go for it. This is not a card to fool around with. It's like a card that says, if you don't like really charge at something really hard, then it won't do very well. But if you do put in a ton of effort, a ton of energy, like I know you can, it will do very well. This can even go for relationships, I would say, and starting new relationships, but it normally has to do with focus in the relationship and how you deal with the relationship in general, how you focus on the relationship in general, needing to really focus on it. Next, you show up, Queen of Clubs, very good card, puts you in a position of power, position of strength, as I always say, to show up as yourself, but mostly a card of authority and working towards authority in your life. I would say it's kind of getting to be one of those messages for me that's kind of boring, because it seems like everybody is working towards some new level of authority, some new level of, something in their lives. So I think it's just a very general message. I'm also getting that I would say that also, though, don't get, this can be a card of like seduction and being seduced by something. I think that this week it's a good week for you, definitely. But I think it's a week of needing to be careful, needing to be very thoughtful about what you do and in the direction you're going, needing to be very thoughtful and things like that. Don't allow some like get rich quick idea or something like that to creep in and get you off your path. Be very thoughtful and at what you're doing. This doesn't say, hey, that you shouldn't take advantage of some money making opportunity. It just says put the effort in to create a plan of attack. Next, you have the Seven of Diamonds. Can represent doubts and worries about money. I would say let those things go. Again, sevens, internal fears that don't exist, things that you just don't need to be worrying about, that you are worrying about. This card can be positive as well. It can represent a large amount of money coming in from something, making a bunch of money, but needing to work through misunderstandings as well. It's kind of like one of those cards where I think that it's like if you again, if you have a money making idea or an idea to start a job or something, it can say that you just need to keep going. You might feel as if you're on the wrong path. It can say that you might be starting something, and maybe to you it feels like things are not really working out, and you're just kind of like questioning it. But it says keep going, because you kind of just have to get through some misunderstandings, some difficulties, before there's the actual success for you. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, Phoenix rising from the ashes, kind of rising up after a difficult period of time. And also, I would say the most important thing to me for you this week with this card is needing to look at difficulties and kind of what you learned from your difficulties. You could gain a lot of benefits from your past difficulties with this card. This card says you've been through a lot, but it was for a reason. There was a purpose. There was a reason that you had to go through these challenges, and it was leading you to something better. But also it was teaching you things along the way. So you have to make sure to look at those things, to look at what your difficulties taught you, because there could be like a lot of lessons this week from there that could benefit you this week as well. And finally, you have the Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades always tells me sometimes, and I'm feeling it for you now, that you just need to get started on something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's self-improvement, whether it's starting a business, a new job, an investment, whatever. This card says that you're thinking about something and you're just hesitating. You're not starting on something new. So definitely, even just for, everybody this week has pretty much had a message about starting something new in one shape or another. So I think it's definitely a week to start. And if you're thinking about starting something, get started on it. This card says you don't need to know all the details. You don't need to know everything. You just need to get started. So it looks like a great week for you, definitely, and very interesting. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.